Hey guys, Chain Gear here, bringing another video, and today we are back with a brand new week. M4X week. It is Monday, and you guys know what that means. Today we're gonna go over the default build, the default M4X, nothing on it. We're just gonna talk about the M4X, and this is actually not my gameplay that you guys are watching. This is my friend Elizabeth Kate, otherwise known as Scarlosa on YouTube. I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description to her YouTube channel, but thank you so much. Thank you so much for letting me use this awesome footage. And so, like I said, if you guys want to go ahead and check out her channel, link in the description below. But like I said, today we're talking about the default M4X. And before you guys go ahead and sit down and watch the rest of this gameplay, let's go ahead and pause and take a look at what we have here for the M4X. Alright, so first, you guys can see that this is the base M4X, nothing on it. We're not comparing it to anything, but I love the M4X. It's one of my favorite weapons. Honestly, you guys know my favorite weapon is the submachine gun. The submachine gun, I can't let go of it. It's a CQC player's dream. You go ahead and run with a submachine gun and a shotgun, and you can't get beat if you're a CQC player. Close quarters combat. And if you guys want to know more about close quarters combat, let me know in the description. Oh man, in the comment section below. But M4X is like a step. If you love CQC but you're on a long range map, right? The M4X is perfect for that. I basically run with two weapons in this game, and that's the sub and the M4X. Sure, I go ahead and switch out to sniper rifle and stuff like that every once in a while, but the sub and the M4X is where it's at. So as you guys can see, the base damage is 45, not bad, right? That means it's going to take about 6 shots to kill a default player at 200 health, and then the fire rate is 750. 750, not bad either, but of course it doesn't mean much unless we start looking at other guns, but I'll show you guys that soon. The ammo, not too bad. The reload speed's a little on the slow side to me, especially for, it's not an increased mag or anything like that, but it's not terrible. The swap rate, well, that's a video for another time, and the aim is not bad. As you guys can see, it's less than 1 degree that it opens up in terms of spread for aim spread, right? Everything else, you know, can kind of be changed, and the recoil, of course, is, it's alright, the scope in time and the run speed, as you guys see, the run speed is pretty good. It's pretty good, and that's the number one thing. Not the number one, but, you know, it is definitely one of those variables that's important for a CQC player, especially if you're an ambusher. So let's go ahead and look at this gun and compare it to, of course, the AR. The AR being the basic weapon that everybody starts out with. You guys can see that the damage increases by 5, but the fire rate decreases by 100. And that's a pretty good balance right there. The M4X, the assault rifle, and I still think the sub, I think all three of those weapons are really, really well balanced, now that the sub has been changed at least. I still think it could probably deal with a little bit more recoil, but that's okay. But these weapons, I feel like they're really, really, in general, they're really, really balanced. And as you guys can see, also the reload speed is a little bit faster on the AR as well. Now, why that is? Probably because you're always kind of far back. If you're playing CQC with an AR, you're probably going to get beat by an M4X or a sub if, you know, the person's good, because a lot of bullets firing, and of course, you know, you can circle strafe and kind of get in there strategically. But when you're using an AR, you're kind of at a medium long range distance, and you guys can see that with the range as well. The range is 70 to 110. That's a big deal, right? Comparatively to the 40 to 80. I mean, that's a big jump. So you're not really going to use the M4X for super long ranges, or, you know, but medium range is okay, right? Medium range is okay, and we'll see that when we get to the sub as well. The run speed is a little bit lower on the AR, which is to be expected. It's got a little bit more firepower and obviously a lot more range. And then as you guys can see, the spread, this is what I think is awesome and very, very interesting as well. The aim doesn't change. The spread for hip fire and move fire and recoil, sure, those change, and you can kind of switch that up if you're not using default, but the aim doesn't change, which is the number one reason that I use the M4X for long distance shooting on you know, longer range maps. Even though the range isn't really get larger, you can equip different barrels and different stocks and stuff like that to make the range a little bit better. But I never really had too much problem with range anyway. These maps aren't super huge. But okay, so we got all this. We're taking a look at all of this. Of course, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But now let's look at the submachine gun. Fire rate 900. I love this thing, but the damage drops to 40. And you guys will see at the max damage build, all those different things. exactly where they can peak at, but the fire rate, of course, of the sub cannot be beat unless you're looking at attack, but that's another conversation. But the fire rate being 900 really does a great job on the sub, but the M4X still at 750, not bad. It's still one of the faster guns in the game in terms of fire rate, and the damage, it does have a little bit more, and you can increase it. Again, we'll talk about that later, but the reload speed is a little bit slower on the sub. Again, that's because it shoots out so many bullets. You got to make sure it's fair. You don't want to make sure, you don't want somebody who's got a sub that can be able to continually reload. If you want to do that, go ahead and get a quick mag. Otherwise, you guys can see the recoil is also less on the sub, which I find to be very interesting. But all of the spread is way worse on the sub, and I think that makes things a lot better for the sub. Low recoil, fine, but if the spread spreads all over the place, I like that a lot. And that's one thing I definitely love about the sub and the things that they changed. But as you can see, for the M4X, you can't go wrong in terms of aiming. You're not going to miss nearly as much, but you're not going to be spraying and praying as much either comparatively to a sub. But you can, and again, that's exactly what I love about the M4X. If you can use it up close, sure, you can make a CQC build if you want, or if you're kind of long range, don't be afraid to use it long range. The sub, at this point, the range is pretty terrible. As you guys can see, let's look at the range stat. It's tiny, it's abysmal. It's almost half of what the range is for the M4X. And that's where the M4X really shines. It's somewhere in between the SMG and the AR. And of course, there's the runtime for the sub being faster than the M4X, but not by much, and the scope and time is the same as well. So there's all that stuff. Like I said, guys, I love the M4X. So let's go ahead, jump back into this gameplay, and that's really it for me. I don't want to give you guys any more. I don't want to talk anymore. I want you guys to just sit down, relax, enjoy this default default M4X, default M4X gameplay. Again, thank you. Shout out to Elizabeth Kate Scarlosa on YouTube, and that's it, guys. That's it. Remember, if you guys want to get into M4X week, we're gonna have different videos every single week about different builds: the max damage build, lowest recoil build, highest aim build, max speed build. Those are all coming up, so let me know what you guys want to see in the comment section below. Also, feel free to tell me what gun you want in the next upcoming weeks. Probably not next week. Also, you guys will hear from other YouTubers and what they're doing as well for M4X week, so get ready for that. And of course, I will create a post on the forum, so feel free to go ahead and post other videos that you guys are doing, your KDs, awesome gameplay, whatever you guys want. Go ahead and throw that out there. Show us your builds, and maybe if I've got some time, I can do some M4X builds that you guys post. Go ahead and post them up on the forums, and I'll go ahead and try them out. But all right, guys, that's it from me. So like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, share, and subscribe. All that good stuff. I'll see you guys online, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, guys. Thanks for all your support.